What's the first thing you do if you know you're making $900 a month in rent? And you're trying to analyze a deal?
Well, that's 10,800.
Times 12. First thing you do is you find out the annual number, because return on investment is based off a year, off an annual number. So you need to know the annual number. So 900 times 12 is
10,800.
equals 10,800. That's gross rental income. Another term for us. Gross income is your income before expenses. That's income before any expenses. So we talk about King Isaac. King Isaac has done, Queen Rolanda has done 71. Come back up here, Queen Ray, real quick. I know you're writing. I just want to show you off real quick for those who are doing the live stream. This is my little sis, my family, my protege. 6 years in the game, 71 real estate deals as a single mom and running a nonprofit that's doing a cancer contribution today in Detroit while she's here with us. That's all. Thank you. 71 deals. King Isaac, over 100 deals, grossed $1 million in real estate, over $1 million in real estate. What that means is King Isaac ain't pocketed $1 million in real estate. I didn't say that. Gross means he's made $1 million in real estate before his expenses. Okay? Gross rental income. Right? It's 10,800. Now, I know, as these investors know in Detroit, there's going to be expenses involved with this rental process. What are some expenses involved with renting a home? Or being a landlord, renting a property out?
Maintenance expenses.
Maintenance. What else?
Property.
Property taxes, insurance. What else?
A lot.
Marketing, management.
Every property management.
Right? So I know that property management, PM, is going to be at least 10%. Could be 8%, could be 12%, but 10% is a good number to use, good average. So I know 1,000, right? 10% of 10,800. I know $1,080. You just take away a zero. Or you could, if you want to learn how to do it on your calculator, you would do 10,800 times 10% or times 0.1. And you're going to get 1,000, right? So we'll bring this over. Mind you, there's formulas and spreadsheets that do all this for you. I can give you right now. I've got a whole model on my computer right now. But if you punch the numbers in the computer, have you ever learned the math? So what happens when the Wi-Fi goes down? Property management, 10% equals $1,080. We usually will give also a vacancy rate of 10%. You're not going to always have it rented 100% of the time. So the industry standard, what's called a vacancy rate, is 10%. So you're going to say, hey, if 10% of the time I ain't got a tenant, somebody's transitioning, whatever it is, which is basically 1.2 months, it's 12 months in a year, 1.2 months. So at least a year and change in a couple weeks out of the year is not being rented. That's another $1,080. And then taxes, insurance, utilities, because sometimes your tenants pay utilities, sometimes the landlord pays utilities. Depends on the property. So those things, we can put obviously the actual numbers, but from a formula perspective, we're going to say property, taxes, maintenance, insurance. We're going to call all those things 20%. And you can go as high as even 30. So we know at the top,
PMI?
What's that?
PMI.
It could be PMI, but it depends on how you're leveraging it. If it's $35,000 cash deal, it's a PMI.
Right.
But whatever there is, you add it in. But from a formula perspective, we're comfortable with saying it's about 20% of all those other expenses, right? So that makes a total of 40% altogether. So I know if 10% is 1080, 20% is 2 10%. So that's 2,160. So what I would do, you take your gross rental income. Remember we said gross income is income before expenses. Net income. Everybody write this down. Live stream, write this down. Net income is income after expenses. That's your net income or net profit. So all we're going to do is subtract from our gross income our 40% expenses. And that will give us our net annual income, or what we call net operating income, or NOI. Somebody give me that number, please. So we hear the term NOI, net operating income. These terms sound fancy. Oh, I need the ROI, the NOI, the ARV, and the LTV.
Somebody said 4320.
No, that's my.
Somebody else says 6500.
6480.
Rashida Robinson says 6480.
That's him. That's
6480. Somebody else says, Julian says 4320.
That's what it
See,
is.
this is the problem that we have here.
6480. Well, my IG live is saying 6480.
I see 8640.
Someone says Gary L says 8640.
Numbers don't lie. How we got 7 different numbers?
Somebody at
All we got to do is take 10,800 in a calculator and subtract these numbers right in front of us. Everybody should have the same number. And nobody should say, what they say, 6,500?
Amina says greater than 5K.
How is that?
6480.
That's
Like,
6480.
based off of the viewer, 6480 I would trust.
The room, do we concur?
6480.
6480. The OG says 6480.
Now we know the number.
Do not ever, under my tutelage, say bout to. It's almost. Oh, it's 5. Oh, it's 6,000. It's 6,500. It's not 6,500.
6480.
It's 6480.